Oh,
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Developing Palates. I'm Aaron Loomis coming to you from the Drew Estate Studio. With me today is Jiunn, Lou, Seth, Geis, and from the Villager Cigar Studios, John McTavish. How you guys doing?
doing well, man.
Good, man. The name of the cigar might make me a little queasy after the hangover this morning, but I'll see if I can push through.
Yeah, let's do that. All right. So today we are talking about the Privada Cuban Daiquiri. Cigars a Toro Extra 6-inch by 54. It comes out of an undisclosed factory in Costa Rica, and all of the blend details are undisclosed.
So
So,
there's about 3 factories to choose from, people.
Yeah.
exactly. Price point is $12, and the cigar was released in March of 2022. So, with all that lack of information there, June, tell us about your experience with the cigar.
I actually thought within all the lack of information, when I was going through like the pre-draw and the write-ups, the actual wrapper looked pretty good. It's got some nice oil content, it's got some nice toothiness, but really nobody gives a shit about that. It's about how it tastes, right? So in terms of how it tastes, I thought it was how do I put it? Like the profile overall was it was kind of weird. It was kind of odd, right? Like there's some good qualities, like good tasty notes. I got some good amount of like some nice black pepper on the tongue. There's also sometimes this like effervescence going on. It was nutty cedar, got some cherries on it, but for the singular cigar that I had, it had this like staleness behind the spice and the dried nuts. And that staleness basically killed the entire profile for me. I also don't like the naming convention of this cigar or the Cinnabon or whatever the fuck that's out there. But we could talk about that afterwards. But in terms of the actual flavor profile, I thought it was not good. It was odd, and it was not well blended at all. So,
All right, Seth, what were your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, listen, it was, first of all, when I first started smoking this cigar, I was like, God, we've smoked something like this. We have smoked a variation of this blend, but it was a better one, probably a more expensive one. But like I'm like, we've smoked something like this. But June's right. The flavor profile was really, it was like sour stone fruit qualities, but like there was some dry wood. I had some like lemon pepper. It just was kind of, it was really funky, and it wasn't really enjoyable. And I know what June's saying. It's like they had like they wanted to put all these qualities together, but I just didn't think anything really worked. And then the final third, it just got to be too like sour and harsh, and it was just unpleasant. It was like medium in strength and body. It just, I don't know. We'll get to the end. John?
Yeah, everyone's kind of checked the boxes here. I mean, it tasted like a Habano wrapped cigar that just like didn't have the right fillers in it. Like it had elements, but none of the elements seemed to kind of work together. So like it started out with like sweet wood and black pepper, but like they didn't harmonize. And then, people are talking about some funkiness, and there's definitely some funkiness. Like then it had creamy wood, but then the creamy wood was dry wood. So it was kind of becoming more dry as it progressed. So dry wood, dry hay. And then there's like a weird sweetness in it that I couldn't put my finger on. And then chocolate and then it just kind of went downhill because it was mostly just creamy wood in the second third, and then the last third it was just so dry on the palate. Like it was just dry hay and dry wood, and it's a big cigar, so it was the last third was a tough third to get through, and unlike some places we actually smoked the whole cigar. So it was not my favorite time. The interesting thing was the burn was perfect. The draw was janky. It was like extremely tight, like basically one notch below plugged. So on a cigar this size with this much to smoke, that's not a good time. So kind of a below average experience overall for me. Aaron, what about you?
Yeah, for me, the cigar started with dry toasted cedar and mild baking spice. I think creaminess kind of joined in pretty quickly, and some dry earth a little bit later. Final thoughts saw the baking spice transition to black pepper, and the toast transition to a light char. I thought the cigar had an average flavor profile throughout, a little bit drying on my palate. Not a lot of, transitioning, so pretty linear. Just don't see it as something that I would come back to. It didn't, flavor profile wasn't anything that was exciting, nothing that you couldn't find in any number of cigars that you could pick up in a humidor. So price point of $12 is, a bit high, especially for something like you don't know what you're getting kind of a thing. Maybe they had to pay some royalty to Leonardo DiCaprio for putting his image on the back of a band. I don't know. But yeah, let's get into the scores. Going to start at the top with Jiunn at 5.55. I was next at 5.50. Seth gave it a 4.9 and John gave it a 4.8. So Jiunn had that 5.55 matchup for you.
Yeah, don't let the top score deceive you guys. This is not worth buying.
All right. I would agree. Average flavor profile throughout. Pretty good construction. I think just had a little bit of wavy burn, maybe slightly tight draw. Gets right to the 5.5 mark, but it's not something I'd come back to. Seth, 4.9.
You're going to have to, this is going to get brought up in about like 3 months, maybe 2 months. And we're going to be talking about it. And I'm going to be like, did we smoke that? And Aaron, you're going to be like, yeah, we smoked it. You'll be like, you didn't like it. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. I mean, if I had never smoked cigars before, and this was the first time I ever smoked a cigar from Costa Rica, I would say this is why we don't make cigars in Costa Rica. I mean, it's just, I know that's not true, but it's just, I mean, we wasted money on this, but there's a lot of other stupid people who did too.
Yep. All right,
Shame
John,
on you and
4.8.
us.
No mincing words on this review for Seth. Yeah, I mean, even if you took away the really poor draw, which happens, it's a handmade product, things happen. It's still a below average flavor profile, and again, like when I have to commit, I think 2 hours and 20 minutes, which is a lot of time to smoke and not have a good time. It was not good. I've had plenty of cigars from Costa Rica, and a lot of them have been good.
Yeah.
This one is not.
It really was just like, man, this cigar will never end. It's the review
Yeah.
that will, gosh, I didn't get depressed afterwards, but I was like, please, we got to turn it around.
Yeah.
We got to figure something out, man.
I mean, it's when when you're an hour and a half into a review and you're just like, can this just be over? Like, can I just like smoke can I do the first third smoke and then just be like, you know what? I'm doing a Hail Mary on this. Like, yeah, it's a pass. Like, it's a pass. But no, we are there to the end here
The
at
bitter
Developing
end.
Palates. The bitter end.
We
in
went
this
down
case.
on that fucking Titanic, man.
Yep. Smoking the entire way.
Yep. All right. If you just catch this video on YouTube or wherever, be sure to like and subscribe. Follow us on all the social media channels. You can catch all of our review recaps on podcasts, iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.